It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Freestyle Hops, and this is a can of the Cool Kids Hazy IPA. It's been brewed with Nelson Solvin, and it's coming in at, where is it now? I think I read it earlier on. 6.5% ABV in a 330 milliliter can. I want to say a massive thank you to Mick in Australia for sending me the beer. Absolutely terrific stuff. Really cool. It's been brewed by Frenchies. Now Frenchies normally got a little kind of dog on the front of the can, and I kind of know it's Frenchies because normally with Australian craft beer, a lot of the can companies in Australia use 375 milliliter cans, so they're slightly bigger cans. But Frenchies, the canning line that they have is 330 milliliter. So I kind of understand that because I've had a few of the Frenchies beers. Let's get this out then into a glass and see what we get. 6.5% ABV. Lovely. So give the can a little bit of a swirl. If you've got hazy beer, it resuspends the haze in the can or in the glass. So we got a 2-finger white head, good levels of carbonation. It's a hazy amber, light amber coloured beer, and there's lots of yeast suspension in this glass, not just haze, but you'll probably be able to see some yeast there as well, which is really cool. I like that. I like a bottle or a canned conditioned beer. Personally, I think it alters slightly the mouthfeel if you can condition beer or bottle conditioned beer. And what it also does as well is that it offers a slightly different flavour. So where you're able to see the bottle, if you have a bottle conditioned beer, maybe pour half of it very carefully, sip the beer, try the beer, and then really wash the yeast up in the bottom of the bottle and dump it in your glass. And you'll find that you'll get a slightly different mouthfeel and definitely a different taste to the beer. Anyway, for this one then, let's get the aroma. Tropical, lovely. Citrusy. This is more kind of tangerine and grapefruit, maybe with a touch of lemon squeezed at the same time. Shouldn't use the word squeeze because it's not lemon, it's hops. It's hops in the beer. Should never use that word squeeze, should I? Because it's going to confuse people. People are going to be thinking, they're squeezing lemons in their beer. No, they're not. Trust me, they're not. Smells great though. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Really soft. I can tell straight away they might be in a region of Australia with natural soft water, but what I suspect here that's happened is that they've treated their water, they've made their water very soft. You can taste it. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. Lovely wafery-like flavours coming through. Wafer-like flavours from the light malt that they've used in the beer. Grapefruit, tangerine, satsuma, orange peel. Slightly pithy kind of flavours coming through. A little bit of bitterness on the back end. Only a touch. And that balances off from the sweetness over here. So you've got the sweetness over here, a little bit of bitterness over here. It's really good. It's really good beer. I'm in a really relaxed mood today, I really am. It's been a great start to the day, it really has. I'm quite pleased for the really I feel really relaxed. I find these moments where I built this conservatory, turned it into a bar, but there's a downside to all of this, and the downside to all of this is that nature is just the other side of that wall, and nature is just out there in that garden. And when I used to review in the kitchen, I was hidden away from all that. I was literally in a little cave there on my own, and there wasn't many kind of distractions, if you like. But here, as much as I love this bar, as much as I love this setup, there are times, you've probably seen some recent beer reviews or a recent video that I uploaded, there's times where it's not so relaxed and it's not so great. But today it's lovely. I think an alarm clock didn't go off this morning, and there's a few people around that haven't woke up, and it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. When this place is quiet, like this, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It's great. It's blue skies. You feel like you're out in the air. You've got a great beer in the hand. It's wonderful. Wonderful. So I'm going to read out the side of the can, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the lovely Mick in Australia. Right. Based in New Zealand's Nelson's Valley, Freestyle hops grow hops of unparalleled quality and character, which intimately reflect their natural environment. Now they are joining forces with Frenchies and the Hopsters Co-op Brewery to develop an exclusive series of unique single-hopped IPAs. That's amazing. So they're pushing beer out to Australia through Frenchies and Hopsters, which is this brewery I was talking about earlier on. Right, about this beer. Imagine you're taking your first steps onto Freestyle Hops Farm. Think enticing winey aromas and mountains that peek through the thick blanket of fog that covers this pristine valley. Sounds amazing. This is a Nelson Sauvin hop field, and we've packed bright grape, gooseberry and complex fruit aromas into this intensely aromatic can. Beer for food and friends. Nelson Sauvin are the hops, and the malt is triticale, pale and wheat. It's fabulous, absolutely fabulous beer. And I want to thank the man who sent it. This is, I believe, and this is one kicking around in the bottom of the fridge, I believe this is the last can that Mick has set, or the last one that I've got around to reviewing from Mick. Wonderful beers, wonderful beers. Really, really good. Really, really tasty. And I always appreciate it because the beer comes from the other side of the world. I've mentioned it in so many previous Australian beer reviews, is that what opportunity would I have to drink this beer if it wasn't for the wonderful people who offer to send beer to the channel for us to review. We've reviewed a lot of beer, and I want to thank some people for their patience, because there are a few people that they get some people think this is a British beer review channel. This has never ever been a British beer review channel. I live in the UK, I love the UK, but this channel has always been about drinking beer from Poland, Finland, Australia, New Zealand, Germany, France, Belgium, the world. This is a world beer channel. I wish I called it World Beer Channel. That would have been a great name, wouldn't it? World Beer Channel. Because what I find in the comments box is, if I review like a few Australian beers in a row, I get comments like, oh, where can I find this in the UK? And this is impossible for me to find. Well, you're slightly missing the point. You're slightly missing the point. This is about me showcasing beer of the world, not just the UK. Not just of the UK. I want it to be about the world. We live in a big, big round ball in the middle of space, you know. I want to drink and eat stuff from all over that ball. Rating for this beer then. Looks good, smells good, tastes good. Love it. Absolutely love it. The Cool Kids Hazy IPA. Going to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.